My name's Christopher Lemercier. I'm Director of Continuing Legal Education and Professional Development at the University of New South Wales Law School. I've been in the area at the university for about 15 years, and I've operated in the private sector CLE area before that and practiced law for about 12 years before that.
What is the audience that you're looking to reach through the programs that you offer?
Interestingly, the audience pre and post mandatory CPD stayed fairly much the same nationally. But the audience over time, as more of the big firm CPD program was provided in-house, naturally our audience became slanted towards smaller firms and less of the larger firm cohort.
And to what extent do the CPD programs complement the skill sets that your audience is looking for? Are they looking to see more subjects dealing with innovation, technology, disruption, commerciality, sorts of topics we've been hearing about today?
A large number of the legal technology topics, when they were offered a few years ago, didn't seem to produce much interest. The interest level in them now is growing. Legal technology is a skill set that is located largely in the bigger firms that do larger and more complex litigation. We've been involved in developing a course for legal technology professionals because we've identified that as an area that we think will require specialist courses and training for the future. The core of the CPD market is largely focused on offering a range of subjects across all practice areas as far as possible. And our selection of content is very much driven by advice from the full range of stakeholders. So everybody from the people that come to the courts, to the larger firms, to the in-house counsel, everybody feeds in their needs, and we design and deliver what's requested.
And is there a distinction between those who simply want to get their 10 points and those who actually want to get some value add out of the course, that they're looking for some benefit that will assist them with their practice?
Yeah. It was interesting to note that before and after mandatory CPD was introduced in Queensland, that the market size there was about the same. So making it mandatory didn't really increase the number of people that came, and much of what CPD was good at was responding to legislative change and case update, and that was all done with fairly short lead times, and often the CPD environment was the most effective way of developing that kind of learning and delivering it.
Are you finding it more challenging with the new law firms, if I can call them that, the Lex Vocos of this world, who are offering the one-day seminars, or the law firms that are offering the half-day or one-day seminars for free? Are you finding it harder for you to put on CPD offerings when the competition, so to speak, is doing it for free?
I can remember audiences of 600 at the Masonic Centre in the 1980s, so certainly the market's changed, and there's a lot of free delivery. CPD's become a marketing tool in a lot of the larger firms, and I suppose there are questions about ensuring that it's still delivering a educational purpose for those attending it for their CPD requirements.
The UNSW CPD program is a very popular one. What's the secret of success?
I think we're very fortunate in being in the university because we're able to draw on that advice from a rich and generous level of goodwill to the university from other universities, from the courts, the large corporations, and the smaller practitioners that come to the events. You know, they're all on neutral territory, I suppose. So it's quite a good environment for joining together all those different stakeholders.
Do you have a feel for what your CPD program will look like in 2 years compared to 5 years' time, possibly even compared to 10 years' time?
I think it'll increasingly develop greater linkage with accreditation and academic recognition. I think that people are going to want to see the accumulation of their involvement in education amount to something. And so CPD or CLE was introduced for a number of reasons at the beginning to ensure career-long learning, but also to give the public some reassurance that there was competency. And I think in relation to the problem of where that goes, there will be a demand for greater recognition of what that learning is over time.
And do you think that might mean more hours as well?
More
hours? More time spent learning?
I'm not sure. As with many in this area, we know the difficulties in trying to mandate anything for everybody because there's such a diverse pool of stakeholders, even in the Law Society membership, let alone beyond that. So look, more hours is one dimension, but people are going to need to develop skills in certain areas and will take those opportunities as they're offered, I suspect.